Okay, students, now we'll discuss about the next part of continuous frequency distribution, that is types of class intervals. Types of class intervals, right? So in a previous video, we discussed about what do we mean by, in first part of that video, we discussed about whatever we discussed in the regular classes. After that, we discussed continuous frequency distribution. In that, what do we mean by continuous frequency distribution, as well as some basic definition used in continuous frequency distribution. So in such definitions, we have one of the first definition, that is class interval. So here, class interval is nothing but preparation of groups or making groups of large data sets. Those groups are called class intervals. So here we have four types of class interval totally, right? So while preparation of class intervals, we need to take care of those kinds of class intervals. The first type is inclusive classes or inclusive class interval. Inclusive class interval. Second type, exclusive class interval. Third one, uh, open end class interval. And the fourth one, equal class, equal and unequal, equal and unequal class interval. Equal and unequal class interval. So now we need to discuss about these four class intervals in detail. So we'll discuss the first one, that is okay. So now first type of class interval we need to discuss, that is inclusive class interval, right? First type of class interval, that is inclusive class interval. Okay, so now here inclusive class interval is nothing but it is a type of class interval in which here we have some class intervals. Say for example here age, I will consider age group. So first I will consider the age group, then number of patients, age group and number of patients we consider. So age group means what? I may consider 0 to 10, 0 to 10 years. There are two patients are admitted in that age group. Then 11 to 20, let us assume there are three are admitted. Then 21 to 30, let us assume there are 10 are admitted. 31 to 40, let us assume there are 20 admitted. 41 to 50, let us assume there are 30 patients were admitted. 51 to 60, there are 5 patients are admitted. So what is total number of patients admitted? That is what capital N. Capital N is 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 10, 15, 15 plus 20, 35, 35 plus 30, 65, 65 plus 5. So there are totally 70 patients are admitted of these age group, right? So then these class intervals are nothing but inclusive class intervals. Why? Why? Because of, I want to just use the explanation now. Why? Because of the upper limit of class interval is not same as lower limit of next class interval. See here. Um, see, upper limit of class interval is not same, is not equal to lower limit of next class interval. Is it clear? So this is very, very important point for inclusive class interval. So when we say inclusive class interval, whenever upper limit of the class interval is not same, is not equal. See here, is 10 equal to 11? No, 10 is not equal to 11. Is it clear? So upper limit of class interval is not same as lower limit of next class interval. So such types of class intervals are exist in your table, that is called, that are kind of inclusive class intervals. Just check here. Upper limit is not same as lower limit of next class interval. Here is 30 same as 31? No, 30 is not equal to 31. 30 is the upper limit of third class interval and 31 is the lower limit of fourth class interval. These are not same. Is it clear? So such types of class intervals are called inclusive class intervals. I hope it is clear. So upper limit is not same as lower limit. Upper limit is not same as lower limit. Is it clear? So in any type of class interval, if upper limit of class interval is not same as lower limit of next class interval, such class intervals are come under inclusive class intervals. Next one is second type, that is exclusive class interval. Second type of class interval, that is exclusive class interval, right? So in exclusive class interval, same I will consider the example, that is age and number of patients, age group, then number of patients admitted to any hospital. See here, 0 to 10, there are two patients are admitted. Then 10 to 20, there are three are admitted. 20 to 30, there are five are admitted. Then 30 to 40, there are 30 are admitted. 40 to 50, there are 70 are admitted. So what is the total? The total is 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 5, 10, 10 plus 30, 40, 40 plus 70, 110. So total 110 patients are admitted to the hospital of such age group, right? So here, when you compare with previous one, there is some difference. Well, inclusive and exclusive. In inclusive, upper limit is not same as lower limit of next class interval, but in exclusive class interval, those should be same. What? Upper limit as and as lower limit of next class interval, both should be same, right? So here, upper limit of class interval is exactly same, is exactly same as lower limit of exactly same as lower limit of next class interval, right? So this is what exclusive class interval. Exclusive class interval means what? Upper limit of class interval. Upper limit of class interval is exactly same as lower limit of next class interval. Just check 10, 10 are same. Then next is this 20, 20 are same. Next This 30 and 30 are same. And similarly for the next one, 40 and 40, same, right? So upper limit of any class interval is the same as lower limit of next class interval, right? So this is what exclusive class interval. Clear? The next one, open end class interval. Open end class interval. The next type of class interval, that is open end class interval, right? So here open end class interval means what? I will explain again with you. I will explain with again one example. See here, I consider age group, same age group, then number of patients. See here, age group less than 10, there are only 3 patients were admitted. Then 10 to 20, 5, then 20 to 30, 10, then more than 30, more than 30, there are some 25 patients were admitted. Let us assume this is a I mean, just for understanding purpose. So then n equal to what is n? 3 plus 5, 8, 8 plus 10, 18, 18 plus 25, 43. See, here, if you observe first and last class interval, first and last class interval, we have less than and more than. See here, less than means which age group? See, the meaning of less than 10. Less than 10 means what? Either we consider 9 or 8 or 6, 7 or 6, 5, any age. Here, at the last class interval, more than 30, right? More than 30 means greater than 30. Either we consider 31 or 32 or 33 or similarly 60 or 65. Which age? There is no specific information. Is it clear? There is no specific information. So such types of class intervals are called open-end class interval. Then what is the definition of open-end class interval? If there is no information on, or if there is no specific information on either first class interval or last class interval, sometimes both. Is it clear? If there is no specific information on, if there is no specific information on either first class interval, either first class interval or last class interval, or sometimes or sometimes both class intervals. Is it clear? So such types of class intervals are called open-end class intervals, right? So open-end class intervals means what? If there is no specific information on either first class interval or last class interval, or sometimes both the class interval. It is a case of both the class intervals. Is it clear? So such types of class intervals are called open-end class intervals. I hope this clear. Next, we'll move to the last type of class interval, that is equal and unequal class interval. Fourth type, that is equal and unequal class intervals, right? So equal and unequal types of class intervals. So again, I will give one example here. to to clear with the concept of equal and unequal class intervals. So here, example number one, example number two. So age group and age, then we'll consider the frequency. Right. So first we'll consider 0 to 5, two patients were admitted. 5 to 10, three were admitted. Then 10 to 15, let us assume some 5 are admitted. Right. Then in second example, age, then frequency, zero to 5, 2 were admitted. 5 to 10, three were admitted. 10 to 20, 5 are admitted. Then 20 to 40, some 10 are admitted. Right. So what is the difference between these two examples? The difference is when you measure the size of the class interval, right? So when you measure the size of the class interval, just check here. How to measure size of the class interval? Size of the class interval is equal to upper limit minus lower limit, right? So 5 minus 0, answer is 5. Upper limit minus lower limit for second class interval, that is 10 minus 5. 10 minus 5 equal to 5. Upper limit minus lower limit, that is 15 minus 10. 15 minus 10, 5. See, all are same. Is it clear? All are same. So equal class interval means what? In a given distribution or in a given frequency distribution, if all the class intervals have same size of the class interval or same class width, size of the class interval is also called as class width. Is it clear? If in a given distribution, if all the class intervals have equal class width or equal size of the class interval, like 5, 5, 5, such types of class intervals are called equal class intervals. Then come to here, upper limit minus lower limit. That is 5 minus 0, that is 5. Upper limit minus lower limit, that is 10 minus 5, that is also 5. Upper limit minus lower limit, 20 minus 10, 20 minus 10, it is 10. Then upper limit is 40 minus lower limit is 20. 40 minus 20, the answer is 20. Is all are same? No, only first two are same, but third one is differ and fourth one is also differ, right? So if in a given distribution, size of the class interval or class width are not same throughout the class interval, right? If here two are same, it means that we can't say equal class interval, right? All four should be here. If there are four class intervals, right? The class width or size of the class width should be same for all the four class intervals. If there are how many number of the class intervals are there, all the class intervals should have same class width or same class size of the class. Then we say equal class interval. If at least one differ, then we say that is unequal class interval. So hence, the first example is related to equal class interval, and second example is related to unequal class intervals. I hope it is clear why it is called equal class interval and unequal class interval, right? So here, uh, right? So this is what? This is what? Equal class interval example. And this is what? Unequal class interval example. I hope it is clear. So these are what? The different types of class intervals, right? So now in notes also I given the same. Is it clear? So here types of the class interval, uh, inclusive class interval. So inclusive class intervals, I given the definition, then I given one example is here, that is inclusive class interval. The next one, see here, uh, upper limit is not same as lower limit of next class interval. Upper limit is not same as lower limit of next class interval, like that. Then next is exclusive class interval. The next is exclusive class interval, right? So again, upper limit of a class is equal to lower limit of next class interval. Upper limit of class interval is same as lower limit of next class interval. Upper limit is not, sorry, upper limit is same. Upper limit is same as lower limit of next class interval. Upper limit is same as lower limit of next class interval. Likewise, this is called exclusive class interval. Next one is open end class interval, right? So in case open end class interval, uh, lower or upper class limit does not specified clearly. Likewise, less than 5 and more than 50, right? If there is no specific information on first class interval or last class interval, sometimes both of the class intervals, that is called open-end class intervals. Next is uh, equal class interval. If all the class intervals are equal, then we say, I mean, if all the class intervals are equal class width, see 10 minus 0, 10, 20 minus 10, 10, 30 minus 20, that is also 10. But here 10 minus 0, that is 10, but 30 minus 10, that is 20. 60 minus 30, that is 30. So here class width is not same for this, so hence it is unequal class intervals, right? So in this uh, part, we discussed about types of the class intervals. Those are inclusive class interval, exclusive class interval, open-end class interval, and equal class interval. Right. So in next part, we'll discuss about how to create the continuous frequency distribution with examples.